Very good. My name is Dr. Mrs. Kate Quartey-Papafio. I'm the CEO of the Reroy Group of companies and also the chair lady for Electricals and Electronics as Association of Ghana Industries Ghana. Ghana is a beautiful country that belongs to all Africans. And I would say that we've been very lucky to have the Continental Free Trade sited the headquarters in Ghana. Ghana is a place of peace,
Right.
safety, and investment opportunities.
Right.
I bring you greetings from our country, which belongs to all Africans. We embrace businesses. We're looking forward to grow the business between Ghana and India.
Thank you so much. That's really nice. Ma'am, we all know that Africa is probably the richest continent when it comes to minerals and natural reserves. Would you like to say something about Ghana in this respect as well?
Well, I would say that, well, Africa has a lot of riches in terms of mineral resources. And I'll be glad to say that, of course, in Ghana we have the bauxite, the manganese, the gold, diamonds. We have all that it takes, which we're actually looking forward to expand the industry of the bauxite, which turn into aluminium.
Right, yes, ma'am.
I've been in the aluminium business. Reroy has been in the aluminium business for quite a while now, for more than 2 decades, which we are intending to expand into the neighboring countries, which of course is a free zone company that will do a lot of exports into the neighboring countries. And also, Reroy is a family business owned, the group, which is mainly into power, which is Reroy is into the power industry basically. And I would say that we're looking forward to expand into various areas in terms of the fiber optics, the poles, aluminium poles. I mean, all that it takes for aluminium. Ladders, aluminium frames. We are looking forward to expand our industry because being a member of the Association of Ghana Industry, we want to expand, to create jobs for our youth, to make us part of the global market. Looking at it, it's not only Ghana. Ghana is a small fraction when it comes to industry. But then we have peace, we have understanding, we have what it takes to export into the neighboring countries. I started exporting for quite a while now into Nigeria, Togo, Benin, Burkina Faso, the neighboring countries, which I'm looking forward to actually expand it to export global. That is why I decided with this conference, let me be part of it, because we are talking about Africa and India collaboration, India and Africa collaboration. That makes me more reason why I said, let me just come and find out what we can get to take back home. Because I think that is a turn of Africa, and this is the time that we have to look at the global world, because the world is becoming very small now. So this is the time that we can hold hands together.
Lovely, that's really nice. You actually answered my second question,
Okay.
which was what brings you to India and what made you participate in CII Africa Conclave. Ma'am, India and Africa have had very, very good ties ever since independence, which we won in 1947. Africa is probably the only continent in which India has not had any political clashes or any kind of clashes with any of the countries in the continent.
Yes.
And it also, like I said, it is very rich in minerals and natural reserves. It is also very rich in its culture. It's a very, very untouched, unadulterated culture. how comfortable, in that context, how comfortable are you, ma'am, with working with an Indian partner?
It's very, very interesting that you're asking this question, because I quite remember when we were young, the only film that we normally watch is Indian film. When they talk about Indian film, everybody would like to be part of it. Your culture. Basically, being here for the first time, you can see that when even the weather is similar. We have so many things in common, which I think we are born to make, because we do so many things in common. The weather here and the weather in Africa, the sun is blazing down. So there's so much that we can do together, even in terms of greenies. I mean, the world is now going green. And looking at it, you can see a lot of plantation, a lot of greens. So I think the world climate is changing naturally, which we need to change and move together in terms of climate change. So I think we are there to partner, to work as a team, to make sure that the change will be really effective, that will extend to long-term relationship between the two countries.
Indeed, indeed, absolutely, I agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more. So, ma'am, coming to Sagar Asia now.
Yes.
Please tell us, how did you get to know about Sagar Asia Private Limited? And of course, what is your impression about Sagar Asia? How did you get to know? And what are your expectations from Sagar Asia through this joint venture?
It's interesting to ask this, because having been into the aluminium industry for a while, and the only lioness of Africa that have the appetite in the industry with aluminium. I mean, I was introduced by His Excellency, the former ambassador, H.A. And it's like we have so much in common, because they are into aluminium, we are also into aluminium. And it's like, I mean, it's something that we can work as a team together, because we are looking at global. So it looks as if we both have the appetite to share, because they are also looking at the global market, which is an emerging market, which is a bigger market. You cannot be at one place. So it's something that we are also looking forward to work as a team to expand into the Asian market as well.
So how did you get to know about Sagar Asia, ma'am?
I was being introduced.
Right. Okay, great. And ma'am, you've mentioned that one of the minerals in which Ghana is very rich in is bauxite.
Yes.
And bauxite is the mother ingredient of aluminium. What, according to you, ma'am, is the future and the opportunity of aluminium in Ghana?
There is so much when it comes to bauxite. But of course, bauxite, normally we export the bauxite without refinery. We have a company called VACO Aluminium Company, which is, it's been in operation for a while. So we have a big smelter in the company there. But this is where we are now. We in Ghana, and for that matter, Africa, looking forward to add value to the bauxite that we have, to expand the scope of how we can turn the bauxite into alumina and aluminium. Because other parts of the world have developed, we are yet to. But the market is so huge that we cannot afford to be exporting the raw materials without adding value.
Correct.
To it. Well, of course, we export some because we have the resources, and then also adding value to turn into alumina and to turn into aluminium. That we need all the aluminium frames, we need all the ladders, we need it takes the framework. We need all aluminium in Africa, and for that matter, Ghana.
Right. which brings me to my next question, ma'am. In this joint venture,
Yes.
what are the designated products that you are looking to market in your country? And also, what are your views on smelting, like you said, on aluminium extrusion in Ghana?
Well, aluminium extrusion, I think there's one company that does extrusion, but also there's more room for expansion of extrusion. Because we are talking, if we talk about Ghana, of course, the population, but we are talking about Africa,
Yes.
which it's a bigger market.
Huge.
It's a
Yes.
huge market. So that's what we are looking at. Ghana is just a fraction
Correct.
of Africa,
Correct.
for that matter. So we are looking at aluminium frame in Africa. That, I mean, when we talk about aluminium, from spoon to where?
Doors,
Doors,
everything.
windows.
Yes.
I mean, mention it,
Yes.
basically. So we need more in Africa, and which is a bigger market. So that's what we are actually looking up to.
Okay. And that is your entire gamut of expectation.
Expectation.
From
That's
this joint
yes,
venture.
yes. That's my
Excellent.
expectation.
Excellent, excellent. Ma'am, with this joint venture, you will be together,
Yes.
Sagar Asia and your company
Yes.
will be marketing various kinds of products, like you said, in your markets. Apart from the designated products which you mentioned, how comfortable are you to do global business with Sagar Asia?
If we talk about global business, the time is now, because the world has become very small. The world is now very close, very small, very close to us. And when you look at Africa and you look at Ghana and where Ghana is situated, right in the middle. I mean, by the time you import from outside, we are there to supply you, which is a bigger market and is quicker. If you import from outside, it's going to take you maybe 3 months. We can supply you within a month. So the market is readily available. So that's what we are looking into, to tap. And with the joint venture, with the joint ventureship, we are looking at going global. Because once we are there, it's very close to Morocco, we are very close to Europe, we are very close. It's all surrounded around us. So I would say that I'm looking forward to it, to really expand the scope of the business from India, Africa, Ghana for that matter, which is a peaceful country, that will be exporting from there to the other neighboring countries.
Very well said. My last question, ma'am, is that I don't know if you know about this or not, but under the current leadership of our government and our respected Prime Minister and the vision of our leaders, India is on a drive to make itself more and more self-reliant, and industries, people, talent, technology, from every aspect, the idea is to make world-class products in India, for India and for the world. This joint venture of getting the technical know-how of making world-class aluminium products, not just ladders but scaffolds and, like you said, everything. How do you think is going to make your continent and your country play a major role in making Africa self-reliant?
Yes. I think when you look at the whole global world now, youth employment is something that is a serious issue that we need to tackle. And when you look at our youth, they are all ready. But then, technology transfer is also something that they have to make themselves available to learn, which I think most of the universities and most of the technical schools, they are ready to learn. Bringing technology transfer to Africa, and for that matter, even Ghana and the neighboring countries, we need to train our youth because the unemployment stage is quite vast. And the only thing is for us to give them confidence that they can also be and even do better than what we've been able to do over the years. So I think we need it for us to really transfer technology to the other African countries, and for that matter, Ghana and the sub-region.